Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy, and today I'm seeing doubles. Double ZT 0006s, that is. These are, well, one is an actual ZT 0006 or 06 or 6 or whatever they call it, I don't know. If they put the number in there, you know, if it's just the Model 6, why put the 3 zeros in front of it? Whatever. But yeah, somebody let me know about this guy, which is the fake one, on Amazon. It was my friend Milton texted me and let me know about it, and I thought, you know what, for $45 and a month and a half to wait, why the heck not? Mainly because I have the real ZT, so it's like I have a knife channel. I have to compare these. I was also asked too if I plan on destroying this one, and the answer is time will tell. But I really do want to I want to do like some tests on it and stuff like that, because I still haven't even hard use test this. I just got this back from Scab at Choir Boys Outdoors. I'm gonna link him in the description. Go check out his hard use video on this thing. Held up great. He sent it back to me mildly sharp, and by that it probably couldn't cut a cube of butter, but I've already whipped her into shape. This one, surprisingly, before we get into the differences here, came pretty damn sharp, actually. Surprisingly, for a clone, they sharpened the crap out of it. So yeah, two ZTs. A China ZT and an American ZT. So first off, let's take a look at these sheaths. So the real one is the one with the ZT embossed, stamped into there. The fake one has a, like, it looks lasered onto there. And other than that, you know, there's some minor differences. Like this has a more pronounced drain hole, where this one's just kind of, you know, not really. I mean, you can see the difference. The finish on the sheaths are different. They're both pretty much the same thickness of Kydex here, or whatever they use. There's a little bit of size difference. If you can see, fake one is on the right, but not too much. It's pretty close. If you didn't have both these knives, it would be kind of hard to tell. The straps, pretty much the same, but done wrong. As you can see, the fake one, they put the strap behind. On the real one, they put the strap in the back. And honestly, the fake kind of did a couple things that ZT didn't do right better. I do like that the strap is behind on this one better than right here. Whatever. I do like on the fake sheath that they've kind of rounded this out a little bit. It looks on purpose, to where this one with the real sheath is just, it's just kind of done half-assed. The clasp, I mean, the one thing I do hate about this knife, both these knives, mainly the real one, is the sheath just sucked. Mainly the attachment system, and the retention really sucked. I had to modify this to make it even have retention. And speaking of that, listen to this. That is a nice click. And this is the real one after I modified it. Before, you could shake this thing out. Now it's not going to happen, but I had to mold that little lip in there. So yeah, when it comes to sheaths, they're very similar, but very different at the same time. There's a little bit more sheen to the real one. This one's kind of, I don't know, kind of more matte. Oh, also too, this is the real one. I had to press a dent in the back of it because this thing had the worst retention and the worst rattle. And this one I haven't touched. So I'm gonna give the points to the sheath, to the fake one. And actually they will swap too. So real one, fake sheath, fake one, real sheath. So I mean, but anyways, so yeah, sheaths on point. Pretty damn close. If you didn't have the real one, it'd be hard to tell. Now let's get at the knives. The first thing that you notice, and you probably will never notice this unless you have the real knife in hand, is the color. There is a color difference, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this is more of a creamier green, the real one. This is more of like a crisper green. I don't know how to say it, but there's a definitely, this one's lighter and this one's darker. As for thickness, knife thickness, they are pretty much the same. Their grind lines are the same. I mean, they mimic this thing pretty well. The ZT, you could see on the real one, it's kind of faint, even on both sides, where this one's like, I don't know, it almost looks painted on. It looks printed on to me. Where this one's lasered on, this one almost seems printed on. I'm not sure. Be kind of hard to tell. Yeah, that's printed on. Where this is was lasered in and then Cerakoted over. So for size comparison, the guard is just a little thinner. I mean, just very, very little bit thinner on the fake one. And then if you line them up, the real ZT just has a hair more of a length on it too. And the blade is just a tad shorter, if it'll frickin' focus on it, on the fake than the real one. So overall, you know, you're looking at about a 1/2 inch difference in yeah, focusing there. About a 1/2 inch difference in overall length for the real one. The choils are identical, and the jimping, which I thought was not, but it actually is, it's pretty on point actually. They did a frickin', I mean, you're gonna copy something, do it right. It did have some fit and finish issues when I had it. There was some gappage on the pommel here, and I had to take it apart and redo it. I ended up putting my own bolt in here to clamp it down. I can't even talk today. But here you can see there's a size difference. Let's pull a tape measure. I don't know if it's gonna be able to work. So we're looking at just a hair under 1 inch for the fake, and about 1 1/8 inches, not even on camera, 1 1/8 inches for the real one wide, and you're looking at about 1 1/16 inches for the fake. This way you're looking at what's that, 5/8, and this guy is also just a hair over 5/8. I mean, width wise they are pretty dang close. Height wise there's a little bit of a difference, and you can see it, and you can just tell the differences in the coatings and stuff here too. You can actually see machining marks a little bit on the fake one. The size of the bolt screws are different. You know, obviously they're not using the same fasteners as the real company here, but yeah, there's a huge, honestly, if they used the same size what do you call it, fastener, it'd be a little bit harder to tell, to be honest with you. They are very, very similar. I'm swear if I didn't have a real one, you could probably pass this one off as a real one, and that's another reason why somebody asked me if I was going to destroy it. That way it doesn't go out in the wild. I would never do that to anybody, so no, it's for my collection, it's for me, and if I break it, I break it. But yeah, very, very similar, and the things that kind of are different, I'm just going to put them out right there. Kind of went through them all, but let's run them down. It's a hair shorter. There's a thickness difference in the guard. There is a definite logo difference in the way they look. I mean, they even went as far as saying it's CPM 3V, which it's not. We'll get into that in a minute. There's a color difference. It's just different all around. Everything is different. It's close enough to look like it, but it's not a passable clone in my opinion. It's done well, but it's not passable. There's no lip here on the real one, and on this guy there is a lip. I can actually get my finger on it, you know. So I mean, somebody's gonna look at this and be like, this is janky. Nobody's gonna think this is the real one. Also too, the other thing I didn't mention too is where this guard is pressed on, there is no gappage on the real one, but on the fake there is definite gappage. So I mean, it's close, but it's far from perfect. Done well, but not well enough. So what else we got here? Yeah, so the blade steel. This one is true to its name, CPM 3V. I don't think zero tolerance is getting one over on anybody. This one, on the other hand, I've had a couple comments of people saying either A, it's DC 53, which honestly, if it was DC 53, I would be happy with, or it's D2, which I would also kind of be happy with if it was D2. It's not super magnetic, but it is, I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell using a magnet and find out what kind of steel it is. Certain steels act different, but yeah, so it's either D2 or, I asked the guy who said it was D2, I said, well, why do you think it's D2? He said, because most of these Chinese manufacturers are using D2, which, like I said, could also be DC 53. Either way, if it wasn't heat treated improperly, it's actually probably going to be a decent knife. I mean, D2 holds a good edge. I would put a D2 damn close to 3V when it comes to edge holding capability. So toughness, yeah, the ZT is just going to kick its butt. But I don't know. I do not promote these. I don't promote fakes. I'm not promoting a fake, so there will not be a link to this in my description. But I kind of want to just show the differences because, like I said, unless you have both of these, you would never know. And you know, now that somebody is cloning them and doing a relatively decent job, I kind of want people to see the differences here. And the main thing, if you didn't have the real one to look at, would be I would check for gaps here. There's no gaps on the real one. I would check fit and finish. The ZT for real is not going to have any kind of gappage or anything like that. And I would look at this logo. If this logo looks painted on, it's not the real deal. Other than that, it'd be pretty hard. Oh, and the size of the fastener. If you got these tiny little freaking Torx on here, it's probably the fake because the real one is much bigger. So if you see one of these pop up on eBay or Craigslist or OfferUp or one of those stupid things, just kind of be aware. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.